Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show how to do basic movements. So I'm going to first of all just rename this object spawner to player. I'm going to add another script and call it movement. I'm going to attach this to our player. So for this, I don't think we need a object spawner, so I'm going to uncheck this here. I'm just going to open up our movement script and we need to declare a variable speed. This is for the speed of the player with which we're going to move. So if input.get key, key code dot I want to say w or key code dot up arrow, we're going to move forward. So transform dot translate 0 0 0 in x and y direction, and speed star time dot delta time. So we're just going to repeat this a couple of times. So if S or down arrow is pressed, you just need to put a minus here to do a backward movement. And if A or left arrow is pressed, we're going to move towards the side, towards the left side. So you need to put it in x axis. And similarly, when D or right arrow is pressed, we are going to move along the positive x axis. So let's initialize this variable. So we have a speed of 10f and see how this works. So now when we hit play, and we can see that our player can move around now. So even though the player is moving now, what we need is a rotation when we are moving towards the sides. So for that, I'm going to introduce a new variable here. Let's call it serialized field float rotation speed. Let's say 100. And in here, we just need to replace this with rotate and move this to y-axis, since we are going to be rotating along the y-axis. So now we play, and if we press the left or right button, we can see that the player is moving in our scene. We can see that the player is moving, rotating, but it's not clear in our game scene. So for that, I'm just going to add a cube to the player. Child cube to the player, so that we can identify its front side. So I'm just going to give this 0.5. This is okay. That's it. So I'm just going to move this up, put it in front of the player, and I'll give it a purple color. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm just going to resize it, maybe scale it. Yeah. So we have a cool mohawk here. So I'm just going to give it color black. Okay. So now we see in our game screen, we can see that our player is rotating. It's very slow. So let's just give it maybe 1000. Yeah, that's a little faster. So that's it for a moment. Now let's make the player jump. So for that, I'm going to initialize a variable. Let's say jump velocity. Let's say 8f. So if I'm going to use a spacebar here. So input dot get key code dot space. I'm going to a component rigid body. Dot velocity equal to new vector 3 0 comma. I'm going to add a jump velocity in a y-axis velocity. I'm sorry. So let's see if we can make the player jump. When we hit space, we can see that our player is jumping. But a problem is that if we keep on pressing space, it goes up and up and up. So for that, we need to do a ground check here. So I'm going to declare a variable here to check if it is grounded, if the player is grounded or not. So serialized bool is grounded. I'm going to call it is grounded. Then we need a right as it. Hit and the ground check variable. So serialized ground height. Let's say 4f. So if physics dot recast transform dot position plus vector 3 dot up. So I'm going to give it 0.1f, comma vector 3 dot down, comma hit out hit, comma ground height. So basically, what this is going to do is it's going to draw an imaginary line from our transform and see at what distance it is going to hit the ground. And if it is going to hit the ground, we're going to make is grounded equal to true. Sorry, we're going to make is grounded equal to true. And if it doesn't hit the ground, we're going to make is grounded as false. And we're just going to include this condition here. So yeah, we're going to draw a line from transform, and the length of the line is going to be our ground height. And so if the line touches the ground, then our is grounded is going to be true, and the player will be able to jump. Else is grounded is false, and player won't be able to jump. So to do that, let's see if it has worked. After reaching a certain height, and I keep on pressing space, I see that I cannot jump. Yeah, but we can see that the player can jump, double jump, like when we press jump here, it will jump again. So that's just because our ground height is a little high. We can maybe change it like 0.5 centimeter. Now if we check, maybe two, yeah, okay, yeah, two, that is happening because our transform center is at the center of the object, like in the middle, around here, and the line which we are going to draw is going to be from starting from here. So if ground height is 2, I keep jumping, and I keep pressing space, and it doesn't jump after a certain height. So yeah, that is good. Now the next thing I want to do is when we do the movement here, like if I say I'm just going to go out of the scene, like we won't be able to see the player after that. So to fix that, I'm going to make the camera follow a player. So for that, I'm just going to add two empty objects here. I'm going to call it camera target, and look target. So here I'm going to put the look target around here, and the camera target maybe here. Okay. Now I'm going to add some transforms. Serialized field, transform look target and camera target. And then we need a camera. So serialized field, camera. Now we could actually, yeah, on a player we need to drag our camera target onto a camera target, and look target onto our look target. We could also add a main camera like this, but I'm just going to find it here, like camera equal to find object of type camera. Since we have only one camera, which is the main camera in the scene, this subject will automatically be found and found on the start of the scene. So we need another variable for camera speed. is going to be the speed with which the camera is going to follow our player. I'm going to initialize it to 100. So I'm just going to declare some variables here for position. So vector 3 c pose is equal to camera target dot position. Vector 3 is pose is equal to vector 3 dot length camera dot transform dot position comma c pose comma c speed start time dot delta time. So what we are doing here is we are going to move our camera to our camera target position with a speed of the speed c speed, which is 100f. So the camera is going to follow the player since our camera target is on the player, and now we need to add camera dot transform dot position equal to s pose, and we need to make the camera always look at target. Look target. So for that, camera dot transform dot look target dot position, and with this, our camera is going to follow the player and reach our camera target, and it is going to look at our look target. So our camera will be always positioned behind the player. So let's see if it works now. Yeah, we can see that it is behind the player, and in our scene window we can see that it is moving, but in our game scene we cannot see any, we cannot identify the movement because camera is always behind the player. So I'm just going to add a cube here to show it better. I'm going to add a rigid body and presets rotation. I'm going to rescale it and put it in front of our player. I'm going to give it a color, let's say orange. So we have an orange wall here, and I'm going to make the player move around the wall, and in our game scene we can see that the player can move, then we can rotate as well. I think the rotation speed is very low, so still a bit low. So I just found that we declared a variable like rotate speed here, but we never used it. It was supposed to be setting up our rotation speed, so we need to change this here, and that's the reason why our player was moving very slowly when I press the left or right arrow keys. So rotate speed. Now it has a speed of 100f, and now if we can maximize the scene and hit play, we can see that player is moving much quicker. Sorry about that, but yeah, that's it. We can play around. We can move around the wall, and the camera is always behind us. Yeah, let's see if we can jump over. Yeah, now we are on top of the wall. And I guess that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Good luck to you all. Peace.